Welcome back to the Fun Astrology Podcast, or if this is your first time, welcome in to the Fun Astrology Podcast. My name is Thomas Miller, and you are picking us up on October 19th, Tuesday, where we are going to take some time today. I thought we would lay some groundwork. Let's zoom up in our little Fun Astrology helicopter to 10,000 feet and look out at the landscape, and we're going to look all the way into February of next year when the first and only, really, probably, Pluto return will happen for the United States chart. And let's look at what's going on between now and then. Also, I've updated a lot of this information and added some things to the retrograde column on the funastrology.com website so you can see the list if you'd like to get all of this in your head, including this week's aspect. So it's all there with the daily chart. So we have Jupiter direct, we have Mercury direct. We talked about all of that yesterday. Yay! Hope that's working well for you so far. And then tomorrow on Wednesday, we have the full moon in Aries. Now, the full moon in Aries in the United States happens in the middle of the morning, 10:57 a.m. East Coast time. And then at 3:58 p.m., the moon enters Taurus. Now, the other big thing this week, of course, will be Saturday when the sun enters Scorpio. Getting closer to the birthday, but also getting closer to the re-release of the Fun Astrology 101 course on October 30th. Getting close. Also, we have, an interesting aspect on Friday with Mars squaring Pluto. So we have some extra days this week, and I've kind of got a backlog of really good listener questions. So we will get to those as well this week. But here's the real deal I wanted to just stop and kind of park on today is I'm really watching, guys, I'm watching this now, what will be the third in a row of the Saturn-Uranus squares. So Uranus is sitting in Taurus. It is retrograde, and it will stay retrograde past this Saturn square. Uranus doesn't go direct until late January. But on December 24th this year, Saturn and Uranus will square again. Saturn coming from Aquarius, Uranus in Taurus, exact square number 3 this year. Now, on the other two, we kind of talked about this relative to the financial system and even the restructuring of the financial system that took place back in the 1930s after the Great Depression. The Great Depression had this aspect in it. And, of course, I think anybody watching current events knows that we are in just uncharted waters, really, with many things going on in the world. And I mentioned that we would look out to February of 2022 because that is when Pluto has come all the way around the chart and returns to exactly the same degree and minute that it was when the United States Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. That will be at 27 degrees, 33 minutes, Capricorn, and it will be on February 20th. And if you'd like to put a little calendar reminder in, 1:14 p.m. East Coast time. That will be Eastern Standard Time at that point of the year. But again, that is on the website. Now, something by just observation. If you've been following the news, etc., you know that central banks, all of the entities that control the currency for governments all over the world, literally, are moving toward digital currencies. And various governments are in different stages and phases of that, what is going to be a rollout. I mean, we're headed in that direction. Digital currency is different from crypto. Don't get the two confused. Digital is like taking the money, the monetary system, in my case, the United States dollar, and just making the dollar digital. Almost kind of like a credit card transaction in a way. You wouldn't know much of a difference. Decentralized currencies are the cryptocurrencies, and those are the ones that the governments have not gotten their tentacles in yet to be able to control. See, if they just turn the monetary system digital, they can control it even more. Pluto, Aquarius, Saturn, the whole thing, right? The authoritarian battle that we are headed toward and is going to define the next probably 20, 25 years of life on Earth is going to be this struggle between don't tell me what to do, leave my money alone. And see, the crypto thing is a perfect description of that, because you have exactly that with money. We want to do what we want to do, and we want to make it uncontrolled by anybody. So we put it on computers all over the world, and nobody can control it. That's Aquarius. Governments all over the world look at that and they say, oh, wow, that's really cool. We could control the people by controlling their money, and then we can tax the living daylights out of them. I mean, there will be a bridge troll under every purchase. Well, there was an interesting article in the New York Times last week with comments from the French finance minister about the role of France and the EU and China as their positions in what is being termed the Great Reset. And what's behind all of this is how countries around the world buy their oil. And the one thing that we can lock onto right now is we know that crypto is definitely moving in a more accepted direction. And we know that there are underpinnings, undercurrents, not major out-on-the-table stuff yet, of countries starting to form alternatives to buying their oil in something besides the U.S. dollar. If that happens, that is going to be probably one of the earthquake moments, the rattles of Saturn finally hitting Uranus the third time and dominoes starting to fall. So in order to be in tune with a piece of the chart that has basically been quiet now for like the last, 4 or 5 months, now all of a sudden we have to poke the sleeping dog and we have to take a look at this, because I do think that there are some things that could directly affect our lives one way or another, and I don't have the picture on that yet. It's not clear. So we watch and we observe, and we are aware of a very major aspect in the chart that has a history of affecting monetary systems. So let's put our eyes on that. Let's not be afraid to look at it. Let's explore, because within everything, there will be opportunities. You know that around crypto, there have been multi-millionaires created over the last 5 years. So I don't know. Again, I'm not making any financial recommendations on anything. I'm just saying watch, do your homework, do your studying, and know that there is this little aspect that could be a real player over the next years and decades of our future. Okay? Just heads up. We'll keep watching. We'll watch it together. Have a great day. We'll see you back. I think we'll do a listener question tomorrow. All right? Have a good Tuesday. Bye-bye.